Well, hello there, my young readers, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, welcome. We've got another story for you guys, and I got a call last week. Again, it's from the Berenstain Bears, but this time it's from the Berenstain Bear Cubs. They want an opportunity to tell their story, so I told them, sure, come on. So this video is brought to you by the Berenstain Bear Cubs. So, hey guys, go ahead, get your snacks, get your drinks, pause, run to the bathroom, come on back, sit back, relax, and stay tuned. The name of this story is called The Berenstain Bears Take Turns by Mike Berenstain. Brother, sister, and little Honey were a great team. They were good at baseball, with brother usually pitching, sister fielding, and Honey catching while they all took turns at bat. The three Cubs teamed up for board games too. Their favorite was Bearopoly. Sister was usually the banker. She was good at math. Brother always tried to buy up parcels of real estate. Honey, on the other hand, was a builder. She built lots and lots of houses and hotels. Honey usually won. But the Cubs' best teamwork came from playing pretend games, like pretending they were Robin Hood and his Merry Bears, or Peter Pan and the Lost Bears, or Barry Potter. All three Cubs had lots of fun with these games. They really got into their roles, and their games could last all day or even all week. The only problem was they didn't always agree about their roles. Brother usually wanted to be the brave and sensitive hero. Sister usually wanted to be the beautiful and brave princess. Unfortunately, that usually left Honey as the villain, the Sheriff of Notting Bear, or Captain Hook, or Lord Grizzlymont. After a while, Honey got fed up with being the villain. One day, she put her little foot down. "Let's play Robin Hood," said brother. "I'll be Robin Hood, okay?" "Okay," said sister. "I'll be Maid Marian." "Fine," said brother. "Honey, you can be Sheriff of Notting Bear." "Nope," said Honey, folding her arms. "Don't want to be the bad guy." Brother and sister were annoyed. "But you're always the bad guy," said brother. "Don't want to be the bad guy," said Honey firmly. Brother and sister didn't know what to do. Someone had to be the bad guy, or they couldn't play. What's Robin Hood without a bad guy? But Honey wouldn't budge. She just stood there with her arms folded. Finally, brother gave in. "Okay," he said. "You can be Maid Marian." "Wait a minute," said sister. "I don't want to be the bad guy either." "Well, neither do I," said brother. "Me neither," said Honey, arms still firmly folded. Okay, said brother. "You win. I'll be the Sheriff of Notting Bear." So the three Cubs played Robin Hood with brother as the villain. It wasn't so bad. He got to do a lot of sneering and haunting laughing. But in the end, he had to lose the big sword fight and give in to Robin Hood and Maid Marian. The next day, the Cubs decided to play another pretend game. How about Peter Pan? Asked Brother. I'll be Peter, okay? Okay, said Sister. I'll be Wendy. Fine, said Brother. Honey, you can be Captain Hook. Nope, said Honey, folding her arms again. Don't wanna be the bad guy. Brother and Sister were even more annoyed. Letting Honey have her way with Robin Hood just seemed to have made things worse. Now she was even more stubborn than before. Don't wanna be the bad guy was all they could get out of her.
What's all that commotion coming from the family room?
Wondered Papa as he sipped his coffee in the kitchen. Don't know, said Mama, reading the paper. Sounds like the Cubs. Mama and Papa investigated. They found the Cubs yelling at each other, with Brother and Sister waving their arms while Honey stood there with her arms folded.
What's going on in here?
Shouted Papa, trying to be heard. But the Cubs just went on yelling. Finally, Mama put her fingers to her mouth and whistled really loud. That got everyone's attention.
Thank you, Mama,
said Papa.
Now what's going on?
The Cubs all started talking at once. Papa and Mama got the basic idea right away.
Hasn't anyone here heard of something called taking turns?
Asked Papa. The Cubs were embarrassed. Of course they've heard of taking turns. It just hadn't occurred to them. I think you'll find a little turn taking will solve your problem quite nicely, said Mama as she and Papa went back to their coffee. And it did. From then on, Brother, Sister, and Honey took turns playing different roles. It was much more fair and prevented squabbles. It also turned out to be much more fun. They hadn't realized playing the same roles over and over again was boring. The turn-taking system made things more interesting. In the Cubs' next game, Brother was Barry Potter, Honey was Hermione, and Sister was Lord Grizzlymort.
Moo ha ha ha!
Sister laughed wickedly.
I am Lord Grizzlymort, the all-powerful.
Barry Potter and Hermione may win out in the end, but Lord Grizzlymort is a much juicier role. Well, that ends our story. And a story about taking turns is as old as time.
Hey, little darling. Sorry I am late. I have been super busy. I didn't even get a chance to read or hear the story. So, catch me up.
Sure, not a problem. This story is the Berenstain Bear Cubs, and the story is about taking turns. They were having a problem with taking turns.
Are you serious? Taking turns?
Right, yeah.
Bye!
What just happened? Triangel? Where did she go?
I'm sorry. I just had to take a moment because I thought you said that this story was about the Berenstain Bear Cubs learning how to take turns.
I did. Is that why you left like that? You are hilarious, Tri. You are so funny.
Well, I'm just saying that this is a household of siblings that live together. And if this is the first time they are learning about taking turn, I can imagine their household being nothing but chaos for the parents.
Okay, now here's the thing. The parents came in, Mama and Papa Bear came in later, and, broke up the arguing that they were having and found out what was going on and actually reminded them about taking turns. So it's not that they didn't know about it, they just didn't use it.
That makes a whole lot of... No, it doesn't. They're siblings. They live together. You would think they play together all the time. And they have to be reminded to take turns. And because they have to be reminded, it seems to me that the youngest, Honey, seemed to get all of the roles that neither one of them wanted. So they lumped it or dumped it on her. And I'm surprised it took her this long to finally put her foot down and just say, no, she's not doing it anymore. And you better start in some take turns or else.
Well, did you and your brother Trifecta, did you guys take turns when you all played or, did things like that?
Oh, my goodness, little darling. You know, my brother and I, we don't play that. Because if we did that, we did not use the take turn method, that we would literally bring the house down. And our parents would not tolerate that.
Yeah, I do know that. Well, the good thing is once they were reminded about taking turns, it changed everything. So they did start taking turns. Honey was starting to get better roles as they played. And they realized something else. Playing the same role over and over and over was boring. And the thing is, they didn't even know it was boring. It was just, they were just doing it. When they got a chance to do different roles, they really enjoyed it. So I think we had an all's well that ends well situation with the whole taking turns.
Yeah, I think once they discovered or rediscovered taking turns, it made everything a whole lot better. Well, little darling, it has come to that time, and I have got to go. So I will see you all on the next video. Bye!
Well, there goes Miss Triangel. I'm thinking we probably need to rename her to Miss Spitfire because she can spit some fire, can't she? Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope you got a lot out of it because I did. So, until next time, my young readers, I am your little darling narrator, out.